Yeah.
And
What's
yeah,
up? How's everybody doing today? It's your boy Wildcard Mar in the building. You know, reason why I'm happy, but we'll talk about that later. You know, the homie Detroit Mail.
what up,
Um,
though?
he's hoping to get there one day where he's happy after the championship weekend. He might get there one day. We'll see.
One day, now I'm still gonna be happy.
But y'all know the deal. Please. Thank you for joining us for another episode of I.O.W. Sports.
All
It's your
right,
boy Amar Detroit Mail. And you already know the business is. Go ahead and catch us on all those social media platforms. Scrolling on the bottom of your screen. Catch us at Facebook, Instagram, and most importantly, YouTube at the I.O.W. Sports Network handle. Especially that YouTube. That's where all our content is stored. Give us a like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Let you know every time we drop content or go
Right.
live. And then definitely you can catch us at I.O.W. Sports 1 on the Twitter. Man, let's get into it because man, we gotta, you know, we gotta have the aftermath of championship weekend. We'll definitely talk about the NFC championship game and the AFC championship game. We'll definitely get into that. But I wanna you know, I'm not gonna brag. I ain't gonna talk my shit quite yet. I'm gonna get to there. What's up, Kofi? Shout out to Kofi Weezer, him and the good brother Bo, Dirty Hills podcast. Make sure y'all check them fellas out for sure. But you know, I'm gonna save my shit talking for later. I ain't gonna jump on that now. What's up, boy? My man, boy, he a Panthers fan, so you know, he ain't got a lot to brag about neither. But I ain't gonna jump on nobody back. But anyway, I want to start here because obviously, you know, Super Bowl is set, and you know, there's gonna be a lot of talk. There's gonna be a lot of talk already of possible moves of who's doing this, who's doing that, and one of the biggest ones. There's one person that's, you know, I'm kind of shocked that it's the organization now. So there's been word that the Packers organization have been putting out there that they might possibly trade Aaron Rodgers, as in it might be time to move on. They're putting that out there. So what's your reactions, big homie, on a possible Aaron Rodgers trade, man? Do you think it's all smoke and mirrors, or you think this is something that might actually go down? Too late. No, too late to apologize?
Too late, man. They should did that a long time ago. What took them so long? You know what I'm saying?
Y'all just not doing it now.
Right. Now you want to do it? I just had a crappy season. It's too late, man. I mean, I would have been moved on him. When he first started talking that nonsense a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man, move on from him. I mean, you got one championship from him, okay? One Super Bowl from him, all right. You know, everything else was just, you know, accolades for himself. You know, a couple of MVPs here and stuff like that, pats on the backs. All right, that's good to pad your stats. That just make you look good. That make you look a better trade bait. You know, now he's getting more and more emboldened, saying more and more crazy stuff. Like fuck Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure somebody gonna take him. Don't get me wrong. I know somebody gonna take him. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is fuck Aaron Rodgers. That's how it is. You know?
I mean, I know that's a Detroit Lion, you say, but like, yo, fuck him. But
I mean, that's me. Period. I mean, here's my thing. If I'm a team, you know, unless I'm desperate, yeah, I take him because you know the talent's still there. He's gonna move the needle some kind of way on your team if you just garbage. But you know what I'm saying? If I'm a contender and I got a good chemistry going, he might come in there and mess your chemistry up. You know what I'm saying? Let's take the Lions. Take the Lions for instance. I like the chemistry they have. I like the attitude they have. I like the whole mindset they have. To, you know, kind of like a winning kind of mindset. He can come in and mess that up. You know, Is he a better quarterback than what they got? Yes, he is. No doubt.
He would be an upgrade from Jared Goff.
He'd be an upgrade. You know what I'm saying?
He'd
No
be an
doubt.
upgrade.
Just like I was talking to Sincere the other day, and he had brought up Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, because me and LaCour had that conversation about.
Right, and I heard what LaCour said because I heard him say it before. But my thing with Lamar Jackson is, now based on what I said earlier, you got to come up with all this money.
You're gonna have to come off a grip, bro.
You got to come off a grip to get him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then how much more will he move the needle compared to what you already have and what you can get for what you have as far as draft capital to improve that team? You're not improving your defense if you get them, and you're going to have less to work with to improve your defense if you come about that grip. So, I mean, that's just how I think from a business standpoint. It had nothing to do with me being a Lions fan. This is just from a business standpoint. I'm looking at it from that standpoint as I come up all this grip. Yeah, I improved my offense, but the offense was number 5, number 7 already last year with Goff. But the defense sucked. So now I'm going to move all this money. I have to move some people off my team to get the money.
Money and draft capital.
And draft capital. Yeah. And then you're going to have you run into the same problem. Your defense still ain't not improved.
Yeah, and just to like piggyback off what you're saying, like, so here's the thing. So I'm looking at this. If you're the Packers and you finally giving up on Aaron Rodgers, you like enough is enough. We're done with the drama. We're done with the. Oh, come on, Spitty. We ain't doing that, man. So the organizations say we're done with the drama. We're done with the constant not sure if you're gonna want to play with us. It's every offseason is something. It's something with Aaron Rodgers. So my thing is like, if now you're saying you're done with it, all right. So are you telling me now you're comfortable with Jordan Love? So now you're saying you're comfortable?
They got another plan because they can't be saying because they got Jordan Love. It's got to be another plan.
Well, I mean, let's think about what Jordan Love has done in the last 2 years when he had to step in for Aaron Rodgers. He hasn't looked terribly bad. He hasn't looked
as bad as he did. Say that.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. I mean, trust me, our sample size on him is real small.
I agree. But my thing is, I still don't think he's the answer. Now, what you can do is move off of him and say, okay, we're gonna go into rebuild mode. We're gonna roll with Love because that's what we have. But we're gonna rebuild rebuild our team back up to a status. They come here trying to tell me that Jordan Love is the man.
No. I ain't saying that, but I'm saying
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about Green Bay.
Regardless, if you move off of Aaron Rodgers, you're rebuilding. I mean, in my opinion, I mean, you're talking about a franchise type of quarterback. He may not be as touted as a franchise guy now because he's in his later years, but him just like would be a person that you can slide into a winning situation if literally you're just needing a quarterback to be that final piece. That's why, I mean, they keep talking about the Jets. I mean, Jets to me might be the team that might snatch him. You know what I'm saying? It might be a good spot for the Jets. I mean, if him to go to Jets, they already got a pretty good team, pretty good offense, pretty good defense. You just need.
He don't have to be spectacular. He just got to be better than what they have.
Oh, he's better than what they have.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's all he has to be.
Because you get not just only Jordan Love and the Packers would be comfortable with his future, but
Matt talking about Jordan Love is the future. Future what?
I mean, you can't. Here's the thing: when you go and waste a first-round pick on a quarterback, you obviously saying that he should be something of importance at that position. Oh well, right now you got to go ahead and obviously, I think me and you can agree that at that point in time it was a mistake to go and get him while you still had Aaron Rodgers. Right. I mean, because all right. So let's think about it this way. Had they not drafted Jordan Love, I don't even think probably the drama between the Packers organization and Aaron Rodgers probably doesn't even exist because you're looking at Aaron Rodgers, who at that time was still playing pretty damn good, MVP kind of guy, and all of a sudden you go in the first round and you don't give me help that I've been asking for you to get me help at wide receiver position.
Right. It's legitimate. It's a legitimate gripe.
Yeah, it's a legitimate gripe. So
right.
that's when you got the genesis of that whole beef.
Okay.
Was just the fact that the Packers drafted Jordan Love started the beef.
Yeah.
But now you're saying as a franchise, oh, we're comfortable with leaving or moving on from him. My thing is you should have nipped that shit in the butt, like you said. It's too late.
Yeah, because when you drafted Jordan Love,
I should have started making it.
He's like, hey, we're gonna go ahead and draft him, move on. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't make that move at all. Now drafting a quarterback is a problem. Yeah. You driving a quarterback that high and not getting what you need to help that team.
Oh, no doubt.
That's the issue. I'm saying
Jordan Love no way could have helped that team immediately when he got drafted. No way.
Right.
There's no aid that Jordan Love can have to that team at all. So yeah, there was a mistake, but my thing is they compiled the mistake by letting the drama with Aaron Rodgers fester every fucking year.
Right.
At some point, you guys got to be like, all right, we made the decision to go get Jordan Love. So now, to either make it worth your while, hey, we'll move you. Like that's because because their arm got twisted for the last 3 years in a row, and him threatening retiring. I don't want to play, and then what they do? They turn around and they pull their trousers down and say, "Come on, Aaron Rodgers, just give it to us, and we'll just give you all the bag. We'll just give you all the money." So now you stuck with a $50 million a year, who's literally a guy that's at the top of the quarterback salary, and you stuck with him, and you didn't even make the playoffs this year. And a guy that didn't even make the effort to even put in the work with his new group of wide receiver core.
Right.
You knew that you was going to have a new wide receiver group. You knew wasn't going to be no more Devontae Adams. Wasn't going to be no more 17 that you just bail me out. I just throw it in his vicinity and I'm good. No, they ain't. Now you got to work with guys that you got to get the timing down with them. You got to get a rapport with them. You actually got a quarterback. Oh, imagine that. You actually got to be a quarterback. That means you got to be a team leader. And that's not him.
That's not him. See that? That's not what I do.
No.
That's not what I do.
I go ahead and throw touchdowns, cuz. What? I don't know. I'm confused. What do you think my job requirement is?
Hit a receiver about to hit these shrooms.
Give me that ayahuasca.
That's all I'm about to do.
I'm gonna get fucked up.
Call me when it's time me go in. To Trey Rodgers and eat. That's a lot of money to eat 60 mil.
Yeah, Los Valdez-Scantling. You saw what he was able to do yesterday. But I mean, it's
hey man, don't that sound kind of Matt-esque in here, trying to drop little stuff in here. Well, you saw what he did able to do. That's you're gonna talk about Eli Manning next.
No, don't.
Sir, I'm sorry, Mahomes. Then you're gonna talk about Mahomes.
How'd you bring that name up? Because now you're gonna get basketball.
I'm just saying, man. You sound like Matt now. Matt. I was trying to find a way to sneak on.
He's gonna slide some kind of
in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna try to slide.
You
gonna try to find a way to slide some Chiefs out there. We ain't just talking about the Chiefs, bro. We ain't talking about the Chiefs. Nick. No, you are Nick. Nick is bad at that too. We be talking about something totally different. Yeah, but the Jets, nigga, we ain't talking about the Jets.
Hey, you could be talking about affirmative action, and
right?
Be like, man,
I tell you, boy, them Jets, boy, they, you know what I'm saying? You be like, the fuck?
You were like, man, but them Jets ain't even worried about affirmative action, man.
Right.
We got diversity everywhere, dog.
Right. You got niggas on our team.
You got niggas everywhere. But no, but I mean. It's just funny that we're getting to this point because that the Packers are the ones that are putting this stuff out there of a possible trade.
And I was fed up.
Well, they should have been fed up. But
right. You said it.
You kind of been doing it to yourselves and punishing yourselves by keeping year after year folding into his demands. And see, that's the bad part. It's because we know of who it is. You know, it's Aaron freaking Rodgers.
Right.
And that's the problem, is because it's like you're going to deal with some shit and some off the wall shit. The ayahuasca mushroom eating guy that won't talk to nobody, but all of a sudden can't keep him quiet on the damn Pat McAfee show.
Right.
You know, that's what you're getting. So I mean, that's the fucked up part, is because you know who it is. It's Aaron freaking Rodgers. And we're not talking about a bum. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, do I put up with the shenanigans and the bullshit and possibly take on the talent because of who this guy is? Because he's a bad dude. Or do I, or do I just keep conceding and just taking it? I mean, it's literally, it's a real catch-22. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right, Ant.
How much of the bullshit do you take? And then, but the crazy thing is how much of the bullshit do you take? But how much of the performance of Aaron Rodgers on the field am I going to get?
That's the key, man. You look at last year's performance. I mean, it was half-assed. I think it wasn't just the fact he might be declining. He didn't really put a full effort into it. You know, not working with the receivers and stuff like that. That's not putting a full effort into it. So
he didn't look like he was worth $50 million last year.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is,
he didn't look like he was worth $50 million. He looked like he was worth $50 million last year.
Right. But my thing is, so if I'm a GM, I'm looking at that. I'm like, is he gonna do that when he come over here? Because now it's different when you already on the team and you paying him. Now I gotta look. I might have to take some of that contract on.
Take it on, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he's gonna give me a half-ass performance like he did last year.
That's something to think about, it, especially if you're a team.
Started. He didn't get started.
Oh, you did it. You did it. That was you, dog. That was you. You got Matt started, dog. But no, I mean that literally, because just for instance, we're talking about the Jets might be a possible landing spot for him. All right, so you got Robert Saleh that's created the winning culture, or he's trying to get to that winning culture. Obviously, they're improving their record year by year. So he's been there 2 years, improved his record, especially this year. Had a good draft.
15 million against the cap. Okay, all right, man. Thanks.
So Rodgers only costs $15 million against the cap next year.
That's what Matt said.
If that's the case, that's a steal. But you look at the Jets, so you bring that in. Obviously, you're gonna have to get Joe Flacco's probably gone. Mike White. I don't know. You had to make that decision whether Mike White or Zach Wilson. One of the two got to go.
I guess from a logical standpoint, I would keep Zach and hoping that sitting under Rodgers would help improve some of his woes, some of his issues and stuff like that. You know, because since he's a rookie, I just, you know what I'm saying, we just signed him. So I'd rather keep him hoping that sitting under Rodgers, he can learn something and, you know what I'm saying, become better, improve.
Finally give us what we thought you was going to be.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. It's because it would only, first of all, the trade only makes sense if Aaron Rodgers goes to a team that's competing anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, it don't make no sense for him to even engage in any trade talks if he's going to go to a Chicago Bears. I mean, that's not. I mean, that I don't think that.
I mean, the Raiders wouldn't be a bad play because you can swap quarterbacks.
Yeah, but here's my thing: if he goes to the Raiders, I mean, he's going to
have that coach.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. You still got Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
You're going to get Renfro back. You're going to get Darren Waller. As far as I know, I'm not sure if you get Josh Jacobs back because he's not under contract after this season ends.
Right.
That's something that needs to happen. You know, if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm like, yo, I'm not coming there if y'all ain't got Josh Jacobs. He's a lead rusher. Make sure I got Josh Jacobs. So, you know, that's something that needs to get taken care of. But you still, like you said, you're still dealing with Josh McDaniels, man. Like,
to me, that's the only thing. You had a better coach there.
And no defense.
The defense is not garbage. It needs some improvement. You can make some moves here and there and add to what you have.
Wait, Hold up. Did you just say it ain't garbage, but it needs improvement?
Yes, I said that.
Oh, so that means they garbage because the motherfuckers need a lot of improvement, man. What do you mean? What are we talking about, man? These jokers need a lot of improvement.
There's a difference between just being horrible and then like you got a few pieces here that could be pretty good.
No, that defense is butt cheeks, bro. Butt cheeks. Come on.
Rodgers do 31 million against the Packers salary cap in 2023. I don't know, man. Like I said, I think it's still, if they had Josh McDaniels, it still wouldn't be a bad move overall. Make a few moves here and there, see what you get in the draft, and build that.
Yeah, they're gonna face Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes twice a year.
Okay, but Chargers haven't proved anything yet. I give you the Chiefs, but Chargers ain't proved to me. I think if I'm Aaron Rodgers, all I'm worried about is the Chiefs in that division. That's it.
Nah, man, come on, Chargers, man, they making noise, dog.
Yeah, until they get in the playoffs,
and
then they become the Cowboys.
I was gonna get there, Matt. We was gonna talk about those few coaches moves later on because I was going to bring those up for sure because I think those are interesting moves. Nathaniel Hackett going to the Jets as an OC, which, by the way, if you think about it, Nathaniel Hackett going to the Jets as OC could be the easily entryway to bring Rodgers there. Obviously, they're familiar with each other. He pretty much got Hackett the job anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Can't be tripping, man.
He pretty much got Nathaniel Hackett the job in Denver anyway because he was assuming that Aaron Rodgers was coming with him, and it didn't happen. And so they played with each other in Green Bay, or he was his OC in Green Bay. So, I mean, obviously the familiarity is there. That's a low hanging fruit choice team because you see the connections there. I mean, that might be it. I mean, I saw Boney Homie's comment earlier. He said, "I'll take any and everybody that can shuffle up the Saints thing." I don't know if the Saints would be interested in Aaron Rodgers. You pair him with that defense and Alvin Kamara and a couple Chris Olave. That's not a bad. That's not a bad look.
That's not bad.
No,
it's better than what they have.
But think about it. If I'm the Saints? I would think about it. Tom Brady's more than likely not going to be back in that division no more. Carolina, you're not far from competing with them. You're not far from competing.
You get Aaron Rodgers, you competing with them.
You're not far from competing with Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Look at how that division shook out this year. I mean, they were all.
You got Aaron Rodgers. You should win. You should win that division.
You should win that division.
Win that division.
If I'm the Saints, I would.
Tampa is up. It's up for grabs. I don't know who going to quarterback for them. We don't know what's going to happen with them.
No, I think Tampa probably falls back right into the middle of the NFC without TB12 next year.
Yeah, they might go back to 75 Tampa. The winners Tampa. They should just put the orange on. Just wear the orange.
Go back to the green circle.
Go back to the orange.
It was fun. That little championship window was fun.
Yeah. The orange back on all the day.
I guess we go back to the creamsicles.
Right.
We suck again.
Gonna be a while.
But man, I mean, Saints, I would think about it. Why the hell not? Obviously, you talk about the Raiders.
Saints won't be bad. Saints won't be bad.
Jets for sure. I mean, it's literally, to me, it's a multitude of things that could possibly happen. And I'm looking at Anthony's comment as you pull it up. And
first this year, first next year, second this year.
Now,
Corey Davis.
Now, if this was to happen, I'm telling you, that's a fleece for the Packers. Because you're getting a 38, 39-year-old quarterback, and you're getting 2 firsts and a second, and you get a wide receiver back in the deal.
Ravens request interview for OC. For what?
to me, that's fleecing. If you get 2 firsts and a second for Aaron Rodgers at this point in his career.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, at this point, you know, I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers is a slouch. No, I'm not. But I mean, that's you know, mark my words, it's more than the first rounder and second. Oh, okay. I take your word for it, Smitty, because I know Smitty, you're up in that area, in the Jersey area. So I'm pretty sure you're hearing all kind of rumors with the Jets shouldn't do Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think the Jets may be the best fit for him because they kind of ready made. They got a lot of pieces there. Yeah. They got a lot of pieces there that, you know, all they need is a quarterback. Got a stout defense. You got pretty good receivers, good running back room, good coach. So I think that might be his best bet, better than anywhere else that needs a quarterback. I mean, you know, Carolina needs a quarterback. That's not a good fit. Who else? Colts need a quarterback. That's definitely not a good fit. The Raiders need to get rid of their coach before I go there.
Hey, you gotta go, bro.
You got to go, bro. New Orleans is good. It's a good fit, but I think the Jets is a better fit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's second, they be the runner up.
Now hold on. Now think about it this way.
Okay.
I would say, if I'm going Saints or Jets, I would go Saints. They might not have the roster or the future of what the Jets could be, but what I will say is the Saints would be more aptitude, especially on defense. You really wouldn't have to, mess with too much on the defense. Obviously, you would add some pieces on the offensive side, beef up your offensive line, get a couple of other weapons in there that can help you with Chris Olave and Kamara.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the Saints, and you're looking at the NFC, and you look at the depth of the AFC. I mean, you can go 6, 7, almost 8 teams deep that you're gonna have to deal with in the playoffs.
You got a better road to the playoffs with the Saints.
Yeah, at least
you're not that tough a division.
Less resistance.
Less resistance. Yeah, that's a better word. Less resistance, because you're not in that AFC when you got to deal with the Patriots, you got to deal with the Dolphins, you got to deal with the Bills. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You playing them twice, at least twice. So you know how, you know what I'm saying? So you dealing with that versus Carolina's is down, Atlanta's down, Tampa Bay is down. So you should
the whole division down.
The whole division down. So easy take that division. So yeah, it's a much easier division, like Matt said, and you know, so less resistance, like you said. But for me personally, I want the challenge.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would go to the Jets. I want to be able to go to a tougher division, so that way I can prove that I got it because I came through this tougher division.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you know,
and you're in the better market. You're in the New York market.
Which is right up his fucking alley, man.
You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and you know, be the star you want to be. You're in New York. You're in the bigger market.
Now, what Aaron Rodgers needs to understand, if he goes to that New York market, it's a different beast. It ain't Green Bay. It ain't Green Bay. You know, this ain't the neighborhood Gazette writing about it.
Right.
You know, the neighborhood reporters who pretty much they reporting on you, but they own the bakery down the street in the neighborhood. This ain't
right.
Yeah, this ain't the Green Bay Milwaukee Gazette. This is New York Times. You know, the Post is up there. They got everything, all type of media outlets that will put you on the rake of coals if your play is not up to par. If your play is not up to par, but your ayahuasca intake and your mushroom intake is you got it. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, but come on, man. It's got you got to admit it's easier than the NFC South.
Oh yeah.
Come on. I mean, it's tough. I'm gonna say it's the other way around. It's tougher than the NFC South. Yeah, you can make points and talk about, you know, Tua and Josh Allen, all that stuff. Okay, that's those are good points. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I give you those points.
yeah,
But
but
you
come on
still
now.
can't say
Dolphins just made the playoffs. Bills just made the
I'm saying,
playoffs.
I'm
Patriots
good.
just
Yeah.
missed the playoffs, and
I'm
Jets just
agreeing
missed the
with you.
playoffs. That's tough.
I'm just saying to Matt's comment, you can't say that the NFC South is not easier than the AFC.
Oh, you talking about Smitty's comment, right?
Yeah, Smith talking about Smidge comment.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You can't say that. You can't say that. I mean, you can, but it's inaccurate. You know what I'm saying? Roger will have a field day with Jerry. What do you say? Anything is tougher than
Yeah. Well, I had to think it. Walk
boy. Ant said him to the Seahawks.
Aaron to the Seahawks. Hold on.
Seahawks
Why would I take that? Hold on. I got you, man. I got you.
Go ahead. Do you think?
And answer me this. If I just had Geno Smith, who I can get for the cheap, way cheaper than what I would pay Aaron Rodgers, he just got me to the playoffs with that roster. Aaron Rodgers would probably done the same thing with that roster, is get you to at least a wild card round.
Mm-hmm.
He would have done the same thing. So why, if I'm looking at the salary of Geno Smith, and I'm looking at the salary that I would have to pay, and not only that, the capital I would have to give up to get him, it's not worth it.
And you got a high draft pick this year.
It's not
worth it. You have to get that up.
Geno Smith is staying put in Seattle. As a franchise, it only makes sense.
I don't know why my niece calling me. Hold on one second.
Go ahead. But no, just in realistic terms, Geno Smith did more than enough to earn and be back in Seattle, earn a contract. I'm not sure the dollar figures of what you would throw his way. You know, I don't know it per year what you would pay for Geno Smith now. He'll probably win comeback player of the year. So be prepared for Geno's agent to factor that in. All right, be prepared to factor it in, because I think Geno, when it comes in a couple of weeks when they do the NFL honors, he'll be winning comeback player of the year. Because just think about it, he's a candidate. Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley are the other candidates for comeback player of the year. Now, we've seen players get comeback player of the year award because they missed a year because of injury, and so you see that's a common thing. But what you haven't seen is people like Geno Smith, whose career was literally forgotten about. People probably didn't even remember that he was even in the league anymore. You know, so his story, his underdog story, his story of coming out of literally obscurity. I mean, literally, when's the last time I thought about Geno Smith? I mean, ain't nobody thought about Geno Smith in the last 4 or 5 years. So the fact that he's coming back off a Disney type of comeback on and resurgence of his career, like it should be made into a Disney movie. He's going to win comeback player of the year. So you're going to have to factor that into when it comes to negotiation to the table. Because if he has a smart agent, I would definitely be like, yo, bro, yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to factor in that this man just won comeback player of the year. But it still wouldn't cost you what it would take to get Aaron Rodgers. Still wouldn't cost you.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I know the cap's going to go up because I just saw the reports. It's going to pretty much balloon to almost 17, 18 million per team. And so yeah, I mean, I still wouldn't eat all that cap money.
You still need pieces on Seattle compared to other two teams we mentioned. You don't need as many pieces, so you can bring in Rodgers, keep a few things, and still have a great team intact. Versus with Seattle, with Seattle, you still need a few more pieces, especially on that defense and offensive line.
You damn right, Anthony. That's what I'm saying. Geno wins comeback player of the year. Watch in a week and a half when the NFL honors happens, and it's going to come to that category, and it's going to say Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Geno Smith. Those are your 3 candidates, and they so
only they stay healthy.
Yeah. So you're just gonna, because they done it with other players who've had like a year off because of injury. Now the true exceptions is, I remember Eric Berry got comeback player of the year because he had lymphoma. This dude literally had to come back off the island of obscurity. Ain't nobody thought about Geno Smith in the last 5 years.
I was like, he's still playing?
Exactly. Oh, he's still in the league. He's still balling. Hey, come on. My man said they wrote me off. I ain't wrote back. That's a story that I'm telling you. They gonna eat that type of story up on Disney and try to make a movie or Lifetime. That's definitely a Lifetime type of movie. Geno Smith Lifetime type of movie situation. So I mean, it's like
you gotta kill somebody and have some chicken involved for your Lifetime movie.
Yeah, somebody gotta die.
For real. Somebody gotta die for it to be a Lifetime movie. Gotta be some kind of chick getting her ass beat or something. Then it become a Lifetime movie.
Hey Matt, you're right.
Wash them dishes, bitch.
Hey, look, Matt, you're 100% right. With Geno Smith in Seattle, it'll be a Disney movie, but it ain't. Oh, we're going to Disney World type of.
Oh yeah,
but you know what?
No doubt.
You give up all that stuff to go get Aaron Rodgers is it's the same situation. They're not going to be winning no.
Ain't moving either that much.
Yeah, they
not compared to what you need and what that team personnel has right now. What you need to make it a better team. You didn't gauge that up with getting Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly. You pretty much didn't reset the whole rebuild thing, because if you really look at Seattle's situation, we thought they were rebuilding. Well, hell, they're kind of retooling at this point. Right. You go get Aaron Rodgers and give up all those assets. You're rebuilding. You're not retooling.
And then you rebuild it with somebody who don't have that many years. You on borrowed time.
2, maybe 3 max.
Yeah, it ain't too many. It's not too many players that gonna play like Tom Brady. So,
hey, that's gap quarterback time frame where you just have a gap quarterback before you get your quarterback.
Right.
No,
you don't have that.
No.
You had a quarterback in wait. Maybe. Man, I got off the dang on podcast.
It ain't you, Lock. You sure it ain't Lock? Come on.
This shit. Let me go ahead and exit my mouth. I got take this abuse.
Hey, Lock. Man, you like the future, baby. Hey,
future Missouri, maybe.
You like the future, baby. Come on, man. He ain't no lock. It's a lock with lock. Come on, man. It's a lock with lock. No, but I mean, look, it's interesting that this whole AR-12 situation is turning off. And I'm just kind of like, just like you, like, oh, so now the franchise is okay. Now you.
All right.
Well, there's one team that said that they ain't going after Tom Brady, and they say the Dolphins say they ain't. That's what they say.
They already tried. That's why. Shit. That's why you don't got a draft pick now. Correct.
Touche.
Right. So I do it again. Too late now. Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Hey, my thing is like you might as well go get him now.
Yeah, because this time you need him.
You didn't.
Hold on, bro. Wait a minute. He's talking to you. Why you gotta bring me into this? He's talking to you. Why you bringing me into this? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I see you the type of nigga that be in a room. They be like, what happened there? So Mel, bro, who is Mel? We ain't ask about him.
Deflecting ass motherfucker. Hey, what he trying to deflect?
You bought the beer at 11 o'clock, right?
No, because hold on, because Ed started it. He said, "Matt, only old people watch Lifetime movies."
Right. And then Matt was
Mel,
like, "Man, old as shit." I'm like, "What the fuck? What
yeah,
the? I'm gonna get this."
because he deflecting. Because Matt old as shit with his old
I
ass.
know. You know what I'm saying? I got Matt with the under the light sweating. So you bought the beer at 11 o'clock, right? yeah. I bought the beer at 12 o'clock. See what you did? You done fucked up. No, you done fucked up, right?
You know you done fucked up, right? hey, you know you done fucked up, right? But no. But no. You didn't already lost draft picks. Your owner didn't got suspended. And all this whole hoopla of y'all trying to secretly backdoor trying to get Tom Brady. Now all of a sudden in the public, I say, now that Tom might be available, now we don't want him.
We don't want Tom Brady. Come on, man. I used to see he wasn't shit. Now you don't want him.
Now you don't want him.
You saw him last year. You're like, oh no, we good. You saw what he produces. We good.
Hey, so my thing is, but look at their situation. We don't want no smoke now. We don't want no smoke, man. We just know you old as shit too. That's all.
You challenge his inner Shannon Sharp.
No, but I'm just. But look at their situation right now. There's look with the Dolphins. You need 2 quarterbacks because Tua. You already know the concussion situation.
Tua for the beginning of the season. He won for the end of the season.
Yeah. So that's a situation of his own.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gotta look at your backup situation. Teddy Bridgewater is supposed to be the backup. He's supposed to be there for when the starter goes down. But now we stuck with our backup to the backup because our backup is hurt just as much as our starter is.
Right.
We on a third string. So and you know, hey, I'll give kudos to Skylar Thompson because he tried his hardest in that playoff game. He tried.
He did. He tried.
But he to expect him to go into Buffalo and win that game is asinine. But he tried, and he damn near pulled it off. Almost put it off. So let's be honest about that. But Skylar Thompson is not your QB of the future.
Not man. Not real.
He said non-real birthdays. No, but for real, who's literally thinking that Skylar Thompson is your QB of the future? If you are, I don't want to smoke the shit you smoking because that's some different shit.
Right.
Because Skylar Thompson is not your answer. All right. So obviously,
Tua ain't your answer.
Well, that's the thing. You can't be sold on Tua right now. I don't even know if you're healthy enough to even play football anymore, bro.
Right. I don't know, man. I still think
that's a legitimate concern. That's a legitimate concern with Tua.
It is. If I'm at, like I say this all the time, I'm a firm believer on getting off the train early before it crashes.
Mm-hmm.
And if I start seeing certain things, I'm gonna move on quick. It's like it's business.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Business is business. I'm saying he have all these concussions. Then I'm not. See, it's like if you have one concussion, I'm not looking at your college career. But now you have all these concussions and injuries. Now I'm going back to your college career and I'm putting a whole picture together. Like, well, you was hurt a lot in college. And then you come over to pros, getting hurt, and now you have these concussion issues. It may be time to move on. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to look. You playing that window you playing with. You playing a window of having a player where someone still finds value in them. Well, a lot of people find value, not just someone, but a lot of people find value, so you can get value for that value. And then you playing with whether or not he may produce or may not produce. You don't know. He may turn around next year and be the best quarterback there is, but you're playing with that window. You don't know, so you gambling. I'd rather just take a chance and move off of him.
Yeah, I mean No, I'm with you because
I catch yourself. Because
what happens when What happens when you stuck with a guy and you can't move him?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now you stuck with him.
I'm
Nobody
right.
wants him.
Yeah, nobody wants him. Got no value. Can't move off of him, and now you just stuck with an injury-prone guy, eating up your salary cap at the quarterback position. Which hell, everybody needs that. Like we all need all that cap room to make sure our team is operating, at its fullest capacity. And you don't want to be sitting there wasting money on a dude that's hell. You don't even know if he's going to be able to, even play for you, let alone be anything of significance.
He got a point there, Smitty.
He may get 3 contracts, but at least he helped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, we'll dive deep into that. Should I Benjamin Button? Yeah, I can't with y'all today, boy. Something wrong with y'all, boy. Something is wrong with the day, boy. Y'all own one today. Everybody getting
talking about it. Where is a good spot for Tom Brady?
I mean, I've always said San Francisco.
Okay.
And I'm always
use him yesterday. But...
Stop! You stealing my thunder. I was gonna put that in there. It's a tip. So I was gonna slide that shit in there too.
But for real though, I mean, San Fran would be a nice spot for him. I mean, because it goes back to what we were saying earlier. Now,
Smitty said the Jets too. I've heard Smitty. I've seen you say the Jets will be Tom Brady esque, be a nice little situation. But would Tom Brady even dare put on the Jets unit like all them years? And
time, I didn't care.
It's business.
Hey, man, anytime you let your bitch go over football, you gonna put a Jets uniform on. You don't care.
No loyalties.
Your kids, your woman gone for football.
Hey, my loyalty is to the football. That's fine. My loyalty is to the football, and who wants to pay me?
Good point, Matt. Good point.
The best spot is home with
this kid.
That should be the team you should be trying to go play for a time.
Playing for Team Brady. That's what he be playing for.
Play for Team Brady.
But
you better do it quick for that child support check coming in too. When you pay that first child support check, you're gonna be like,
ooh, he don't never want to quit. He gonna be like Mike Tyson. He gonna be fighting for money.
Yeah, he gonna be playing for a minute. He gonna be playing 1055.
Right. Gotta pay this child support.
Be like, Tom, I can't put you in. Your hips just don't move. Hey, come on, keep me on the team. I gotta pay this child support, man.
Hey, Giselle killing a nigga.
Giselle killing me with this damn support.
Yeah, he did. He fire put a Viking uniform. You right.
Yeah, that is true. Sometimes I guess there's no loyalties when you just want to play football and they're the only fools dumb enough to pay you for it.
I like San Fran for him though. Back home.
Mm-hmm.
Back in Northern California.
I don't know. Dolphins can sit here and try to say in public they ain't gonna pursue him. I don't believe it. You definitely take a shot at it.
Oh yeah.
You done already lost so much. Try to backdoor it already. You might as well try to do it now. So I'm not believing that at all. We don't want him now. Fuck out of here.
Probably told him no. That's probably why. Behind the scenes, he probably told him no. That's probably why they're trying to.
Him and Gronk was linked to the Raiders at one point too. I remember that.
Yeah, I mean,
him and Josh McDaniels get back.
Connect back with Josh McDaniels. But Josh McDaniels is a OC, he's not a HC.
Yeah, but come on, he made his name off of Tom, bro.
Yeah, as an OC.
Yeah,
there's a difference.
I understand what you're saying because
I think you talk about just like we talked about earlier about Hackett, probably a good OC, just not a good head coach. Just how it is. Some people and be enemy too. Might be good OC, just not a good head coach, and that's why he's not getting no interviews. That's why he's not getting no jobs. Getting interviews with no jobs. They probably say, "Oh yeah, you probably need to stay as an OC."
Yeah, which is crazy because right now he's getting head coaching interviews because he interviewed for the Colts.
Right.
And then now you got the Ravens saying we want to interview him from OC. So it's like, damn. Like, I don't know. I don't know if Airbnb is good. He's gonna get a head coaching job, but I don't. The way that everything's turned out.
Yeah. While we still alive. When?
No, for real, quite honestly, I mean, I don't.
When his grandson playing for him? I mean, like when? For real.
Oh, Smitty, wow. He said Tom Brady won't do anything without at least one white wide receiver. Hey,
look at your roster. Too many niggas here.
Hey, they got Braxton Berrios in with the Jets. I'm not sure of his ethnicity, but he's
he's of a lighter complexion.
He's of the lighter complexion, so I don't know if that meets the criteria.
Tom Brady, he gonna pull out the little scale, color scale. Yeah, we take Berrios.
You'll do.
You'll do.
You'll be my great slot high. Yeah, here you go. My great white slot high.
Right.
Here you go. Thank you,
Jazz OC getting interviews too.
Mike Kafka. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Mike Kafka's done well for himself.
From the Caucasus Mountains.
From the Caucasus Mountains. No, Kafka's done well for himself because he came from the Andy Reid tree, was under Andy Reid in it, and then was able to move on and get a job elsewhere. So obviously, you see the job that the Giants did and what they were able to improve that offense with a healthy Saquon.
A whole lot better, man.
And got Daniel Jones, looking like a quarterback. So I'm pretty sure he's going to get some calls and all that. They're saying D'Amico Ryans might take that job.
Leave it alone, bro. I need to come holler at me, man.
But he used to play for Houston.
You know what I mean? Then?
Well, I mean, no, I'm just saying there's ties. There's ties.
I say proper terms. So we're trying to be a little sophisticated. We say Caucasian.
Yeah, we're sophisticated Negroes.
Yeah.
We're the sophisticated Negroes. But no, so those are some interesting moves, because all those coordinators. But here's one of the interesting ones. So Kellen Moore fired as an OC yesterday by the Cowboys, or a couple of days ago, I believe, and then turns around and automatically gets an OC job in LA with the Chargers.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised I'm getting the job right away. Let me say that. I'm not surprised by that. Cowboys are doing everything they can to avoid the obvious.
Mm-hmm.
It's McCarthy.
Yeah, I think they delaying the inevitable.
They just trying to delay the inevitable. You know what I'm saying? It's McCarthy, and McCarthy. You know what I'm saying?
Wake up!
Sprinkle a little Prescott.
Sprinkle a little Prescott on there.
Sprinkle a little Prescott on there.
I mean, yeah.
Thinking about,
yeah. Well, as in being a coach.
I was a coach. I was a player.
JJ Watt said he was done.
Yeah, prior coach. But they both back in Houston. I mean, that'd be an interesting storyline until they start losing.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I mean, it's an interesting storyline. You hear a lot of people talking about both, ex players coming back to coach the team, especially with a big name like JJ Watt. Ryan coming from San Francisco and under Shanahan. So, you kind of get a good storyline right there. But Houston got too many problems, bro. Too many problems. And
Hey,
if they're not gonna give you a long leash, I'm not taking that job.
hey, man, all I'm gonna say is the people of D'Amico Ryan Cutler have gotten 1 year and 1 year. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. If he don't give you a long leash, I'm not taking that job. You know, like the old white man with that.
hey, if I was D'Amico, I'd have been like, yeah, can we put a clause in here that if y'all fire me after 1 year, y'all owe me this much money? Yeah.
Right.
No, for real. I would put a clause in
be
there.
like a lick then. It's like you hitting a lick.
No, for real. If
I'm serious. I'm real with you.
I'm be like, bro, if I could bring my happy ass to Houston with my family, move, and y'all fire me after 1 year, oh no, y'all gonna come off some bread, cuz you gonna have to come off some bread.
Oh yeah.
Cause I didn't see how y'all trend.
Right.
I didn't see y'all trend.
I did 3 in a row.
I'll be damned if I be 3 in a row.
All right. I'm not, sir, I'm not gonna be your nigga casualty. We're not doing that.
Need some assurances, cuz.
I'm gonna need you to
for real
some change.
But Kellen Moore, so I mean, look, let's be honest about when Kellen Moore got to Dallas. Yes, did the offense improve? Yes. I mean, the numbers show it. Dak Prescott numbers got inflated. You got to be realistic what he did in Dallas. Now, there's probably some things that we don't know, hurdles that he probably had to deal with. We don't know how much Mike McCarthy was involved with the offense. You know, he had a lot to prove as a coach coming back. You know, he said the Trent Williams better come out in him. Yeah, time to tear some up, bro. But here's my deal. He goes to the Chargers. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's first of all, don't you think you would take Justin Herbert over Dak Prescott?
Yeah, see that's my point. That's what I'm about to get into. This will prove whether or not the problem was Prescott, McCarthy, or on the other end, was it Kellen Moore? Because
we don't get a definite answer.
If Herbert starts to look better and that offense starts to move and look better,
we know what it was.
You know what it was. You know what I'm saying? There's no denying it. I know you're gonna get Cowboy fans to say something different, but there's no denying it, man.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I don't think. But here's the thing. I don't think I'm looking at the play calls that he was calling. And like you said, we don't know the behind the scenes and stuff like that. They wasn't bad play calls. Some of the things were bad reads by Dak. Dak hold on to the ball too much. If you go back and watch some of those games, Dak was holding on the ball too much. Bad reads. You know, and then you got to call plays according to the talent you have.
Well, I mean, that offense of Dallas wasn't dookie. I mean,
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I'm showing I understand that to prove my point that I don't think the problem or the issue was Kellen Moore.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Because if you watched how they played, the offense wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't horrible. But some of the play, I said some of the play calling I watched, like Dak would miss, like Dak could miss a receiver. Dak could hold on the ball too long. Dak could make a misread. You know what I'm saying?
Here and
then we don't know. Then we don't know what McCarthy might step in and change from that play call. We don't know.
True that.
Or Jerry Jones.
And that's another thing. Yeah, Jerry Jones is you know, you don't do a lot of things on your own without Jerry knowing. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, as a team. So I mean, as a team, you're looking at the Dallas Cowboys, who you know, they're almost top 10 in just about every category,
right?
Or hovering around top 10.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's not like you didn't get the output. I mean, they're top 5 in points, so obviously that matters as well. So they scored,
Right.
and that's kind of been the trend with Kellen Moore there. So it's not a bad hire for the Chargers, and I mean, let's see what you can do with Justin Herbert. Let's see what you can do.
Let me ask you this question too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did this speak to how bad it is in Dallas? Because he didn't make an upward move; he made a lateral move.
I don't know if it speaks.
Why would you make a lateral move?
Well, here's what it is. I think he personally made this lateral move because if you go ahead and make the move lateral, as in let me go and show that it's actually I can actually play call and be an offensive coordinator,
right?
And get out of that situation in Dallas where there's confusion on what exactly your role is.
That's my point, though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, that's why you make the lateral move, because then you can say, all right, let me remove this atmosphere, which is cloudy, on what my role is, and let me go to this role where I can have, adequate or similar weapons that I had in Dallas.
Right.
And I can really show you that it was me.
Well, what I'm saying is, my point is that it's speaking to what was going on in Dallas. There had to be a lot of stuff going on in Dallas that we don't know behind the scenes for you to want to do that.
Well, it's weird. Okay. It's weird because Kellen Moore gets fired, but Dan Quinn, who was taking head coaching interviews, sticks around as a D coordinator instead of taking a head coaching job. So it's like I'm confused on what to really think on how the atmosphere really is in Dallas, because you got one guy who's literally getting interviews in Dan Quinn to be a head coach. And he'd rather stay as a D coordinator in Dallas.
Maybe he's seeing the writing on the wall. He said McCarthy will be out soon. I know I'm next in line. He'll be out soon.
And Dan Quinn has coaching history.
He can say, you know what I'm saying?
Been to Super Bowl. I mean, so, I know they collapsed.
That's what it is. Because you using Kellen Moore as a scapegoat.
Oh yeah. Oh, without a doubt. But I think it's going to bite them in the butt, because now you gotta figure out, are we going to have the right guy in here that's going to be? Does Mike McCarthy take off offensive play calls now?
I hope so. I really hope so. I need more memes in my life about Dallas.
Because if he takes over play calling duty, then that might be his last year, especially if it fails.
Oh yeah.
If it fails, then it's on him, and that's definitely his way out the door.
You got a point, man. Oh yeah.
I mean, but for me, if I'm Kellen Moore, I'm using this opportunity to amplify my resume, and then maybe in a year, if he kills it with Justin Herbert and Austin Eckler, who's a great Swiss Army knife, and is a fantasy stud. I'm getting Austin Eckler as a fantasy running back next year. That guy scores points like crazy.
Oh yeah.
So I'm Austin Eckler. Can't forget Mike Williams when he's healthy. When he's healthy. They spring Brad Gerald Everett at tight end. Then they got Parham and Palmer, and they got a couple other wide receivers that's on the depth chart that's not too bad. So, to me, if you're looking at offense of the Chargers and offense of the Cowboys, I think they're on par, almost on the same level. Chargers might have a little bit better ammunition when Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are healthy. I would definitely take that roster over Dallas's roster. Yeah. But I mean, to me, this is Kellen Moore's time to shine. I mean, you can't, if you fuck this up, then you just can't coach. Yeah. Player. No, it ain't. It ain't him.
Sir.
It's on you. Can't blame nobody else. That sounds like a problem.
You gotta go back to Boise.
Gotta go back to Boise. I don't know if we ever really talked about it, but man, let me ask you this, man.
Ain't that to do that at his own talk show?
Steve Wilkes. No, the coach, man.
Oh, go ahead.
Nah, it's Steve Wilkos. That's Steve Wilkes, man. Come on. Oh my God. You've been watching too much daytime shit with no. Wilkos is on.
Yes, and that's what we saying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Come on. Ant. Justin Herbert to Dak Prescott. Who you taking? That should be start right there.
Hey, Lamar. Oh. He's a Commanders fan. He don't know what a good offense look like.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. He's old. I can't with y'all, man. Y'all own one today. But no, Steve Wilkes, man. I don't know if we ever talked about it, but you think they did him wrong, man, in Carolina?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. When you get a ring, you can talk. Oh, damn. Damn.
Technically, the Commanders don't have a ring. The Redskins do, but the Commanders don't have a ring.
Oh, now you playing semantics.
So when the Commanders get a ring, you can talk too. Yeah, man, they did my man wrong. Come on, man.
Man, it ain't coming out swinging, man. Anybody give a damn about the Mo Commanders, man. But we got a ring. Redskins do, not Commanders, man.
Right.
That's man, he's playing semantics. He's not, no. Commanders ain't got shit.
That's all you got when you're a Lions fan. You gotta play semantics. Gotta know how to maneuver out these things.
But no,
yeah,
man.
Go ahead.
No, man. Look, I get David Tepper, Mr. $1 billion owner.
Only way the Commanders get a ring before the Lions, y'all go to the pawn shop.
Damn. And go pawn the best championship ring.
That's the only way. But go ahead. I'm sorry,
we found some Redskins 1991 championship rings. You want it? How much for it?
I knew it was coming.
Oh my gosh.
I knew it was coming.
You know what's coming? Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
But no. So you get your coach fired. You got to take over for him. What? After week 5, week 6, something like that. Your CMC, Christian McCaffrey, gets traded.
Oh, excuse me. Fuck you, man.
Yo, Ethan Knapp. Oh shit. Hey, AP, hey, message me. I owe you $20, man. The Giants fucked me on that shit, man.
Oh yeah.
On that playoff game, I owe you $20, man. So hit me up with your PayPal. I'll slide that shit to you. But no, back to Steve Wilkes.
Mm-hmm.
So look at all the things he had to deal with. First, he had to take over the job anyway. So that means you go from being a defensive coordinator to just thrust into a head coaching position. Mm-hmm. Now you're the person that everybody looks to.
Right.
All the answers. All right. They trade away your best offensive weapon in Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
They traded away a disgruntled wide receiver in Robbie Anderson, who was your deep threat.
Mm-hmm.
They released a quarterback you done already wasted money on, who was a bum in Cleveland, and you thought he was supposed to be your resurgent quarterback.
Right.
And well, that's not too much of a negative, but still, you had to deal with it. Really didn't have a quarterback after that because PJ Walker really went to answer, and I mean, Sam Darnold struggled sometimes, did good sometimes. So you had a roller coaster ride with him. So there's a lot that this man had to deal with, and still took that sinking ship and he got it floating. They still take it on water.
He had him in contention. He had him in contention.
And that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it was a sinking ship, and he was able to, kind of relieve it a little bit, get some of the water off, and stay afloat. And now you say, all right, well, get off the ship, Captain. We gonna need somebody else to try to get us out of this sinking situation. But the problem is, you brought in a guy who was in a good situation in Indy,
Mm-hmm.
and that ship was looking good. I'm talking about floating like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, that motherfucker was looking like the Titanic. After he decided to go with Carson Wentz, decided to go with Matt Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
And then now this guy gets replaced by an ESPN commentator. You get replaced by an ESPN commentator?
Right. That's crazy. That's
You get replaced by an ESPN commentator, bruh.
That's like getting replaced by a video vixen.
That's like your girl get mad at you because you don't fuck with her no more, but you got that $2,000 play toy.
Right.
You got replaced by something inferior. Like
that flexi.
I'm like, literally, bro. Like I don't understand how the Panthers thought that this was going to be the right choice, because you got a guy in Steve Wilkes that has managed to take the riffraffs that they have and actually make a decent team.
I don't know, man. I think the owners are looking like
how long
was Steve Wilkes coaching? Head coach for what? 4 weeks?
No, he coached more than 4 weeks, but I'm saying like he didn't coach majority of this Panther season. But you take a guy in Frank White that actually had a good position in Indianapolis in a good team, a playoff team, and you managed to sink that ship. So how do you put a guy that had something that was actually at a good playoff competing level and lowered it to a team that's at a lower bottom trying to get to playoff contention? He went the opposite way. You trying to go the other way. You hiring a guy that went down while you're trying to go up. I
don't know. I don't know if they interviewed him or not, but they should at least interview Wilkes for the job. I don't know if they did or didn't. He should at least have a chance at it, because he took something. He took the little bit what y'all had and put it in contention. At least give him a chance to see what he can do for a whole season. And with better pieces. Give him a chance to get better pieces and build something. Yeah. Right. See what he can do. The team was playing for him.
Let him, exactly. That's my biggest thing. Let him go.
Now you bring somebody new and mess up the whole chemistry.
Start over.
Right. Starting over.
Let Steve Wilkes go through a free agency season. Let him go through a draft season. Let him go through a training camp. Let him go through a full regular season. And I just, what are you rushing for? Like, do you really think that a guy that took a team that was good and sank it is going to be the person that's going to take you from the bottom back up? No. He went the opposite as a coach, man. I'm confused right here.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think that, okay, if they was in contention to get Sean Payton, I can see that.
Oh, that's something different.
I can see it.
We ain't having that conversation. We talking about Frank Wright.
But you talking about Frank Wright. You know what I'm saying? So how much better or worse you gonna be with Frank Rice? You know what I'm saying? Steve Wilkes, I don't see that much of a difference. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could say Frank Wright has a little more experience, whatever. But really, I don't see that much difference between the two, except for Wilkes will have the advantage because he had these boys playing for him. They're playing for him. So he has a more leeway and have a better chance because of that. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're not outside of you talking about a Sean Payton type coach coming to the team,
that's something different now.
I'm saying that's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? You jump on it.
Oh yeah.
He's a proven winner. You know what you have in him. Versus
let me ask you this. what would have been the difference between?
Yeah, I know, man.
What would have been the difference between Steve Wilkes and and Jim Harbaugh? Because he's been throwing his name out there to NFL teams. I know he said he's going to go back to Michigan.
Harbaugh on some bullshit.
But Harbaugh keeps flirting with the NFL, bro.
Here's the thing. All right, when he went to the first round, he said, "I'm going back to Michigan. I'm not going to NFL." Now all of a sudden, I'm hearing now he's talking to another team,
bruh. I didn't see reports. I didn't see reports when he didn't talk to Carolina. He didn't talk.
But I'm saying this is after he had the first rounds and said, "Okay, I'm through with that. I'm staying with Michigan." Now you talking to teams again. Yeah, fuck Harbaugh. Harbaugh some bullshit. For real.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, man. Say it with your chest.
Right. You know some bullshit, man. For real. It's like, come on, man. Stand on your shit. You gonna say something, stand on it. I hate wishy-washy shit, man. That right there pisses me off. You stand on that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna say, hey, this is why I'm staying with Michigan. It ain't because it's Michigan. I'm just saying whoever he could be Ohio State, anybody. But stand on it. You say I'm staying with this. I'm staying with this organization. I'm staying with this college. Whatever. This is what I'm doing. Then as soon as somebody say, "Hey, want a job?" You like squirrel. You know what I'm saying? Stand on that shit, man. For real. That's real talk, man. Stand on that shit. Don't be right.
Coach. Cardinals. You're like Wolverine. Huh?
Yeah, right. Huh? What?
Wolverines. What's a Wolverine?
Right. I lost all kinds of respect.
Your current job is a Wolverine.
Yeah, I lost all respect for him, man. But going back to your original question, yeah, he said he flew out. I don't care. This is me, bro. This is me. If I say, bro, I'm staying with
Anthony,
you.
Good point. Look at that. But look at what Anthony said. That might be a good point.
The scandal in
situation with the NCAA sanctions, they might throw some sanctions.
Yeah, but some of that stuff is garbage. What they try to say it is. Like he bought my man a hamburger. Okay.
Hey, but come on, man. Hey, you know how NCAA get down? They don't like no rule violations, bro. Regardless of what it is, and
they're using their power anyway. I'll write it out. That's
now. I hear what you're saying, but still, if there's a team,
he knew that. But when he first went to the first round interviews, the whispers were out there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He knew that the whispers were out there already because they informed you before they let it go public.
Oh yeah.
So you already knew that was coming down anyway.
Oh yeah. So more times than not, not only do you know about it, you've already got a contingency plan to already handle this situation.
Right. So like, my thing is like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try this NFL thing. Boom. I ain't get it. I'm about to rock with Michigan. Boom. That's it. You can fly out here all you want. I made my decision.
I still
get a Coney like you out here. You know what I'm saying?
But only reason why I brought that up is because I'm just looking at just in the totality on how.
I'm back to the original question.
How the team played for Steve Wilkes, I would still take him over Jim Harbaugh.
I will too. Like I said, Harbaugh, outside of what he did with San Francisco, which is cool, that was years ago. Mm-hmm. It's no guarantee he can repeat that. Mm-hmm. Like Sean Payton, at least you saw him winning on a consistent level for a while.
Yeah.
Versus Harbaugh had that one or two. I mean, you want to count Stanford. I guess you want to include Stanford in there, fine. But he had a winning season at Stanford, a winning season and a half with San Francisco. That's it. He left. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So after that, it's like, okay, what can we really say that that's better than what Wilkes did, or somebody that you already know that's proven that they rocking with, rolling with, played for? That's a lot to be said. You got a team playing for you.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, you get no disagreements with me. When you get a team that plays for you, man, that matters to me. Especially when you had to deal as a team together, a lot of adversity.
Right.
It did, bruh.
It galvanized your team, man.
Yo, this okay. So it's not to the severity, but this reminds me of Rich Bisaccia last year when he came in for the Raiders and was able to playoffs. Um, I just feel
Ex coach players.
it's the same situation. The owner wants to get what they call a sexy hire, and but thank you for what you did for galvanizing our team through all this turmoil. But you go find a new job. Yeah, but anyway, I don't know. It's just crazy. But look, that's what's going around in the whole NFL. But it's time for the nitty gritty. For the last 40 minutes of the show, man, we got to talk some championship weekend football. And boy, the NFC Championship game didn't go down like a lot of people had thought.
Well, if you're an Eagles fan.
Eagles fans ain't gonna complain.
You know that movie? You talking about Popeye? Talking about Popeye, Matt.
Oh my gosh, man! It's these old. It's this old people connection that y'all got going on. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about, man.
I watch a lot of movies though. What kind of movies and music? I listen to a whole lot of different music, so it ain't really got to do with my age. It's not as much.
LeBron was crying. I'm gonna talk about that tonight on the late night hour show because I thought that was hilarious. Obviously, I got a grief about that as a Lakers fan, but
yeah, go ahead.
Just NFC Championship game. I think obviously Eagles fans they're not playing because their team's about to go to the Super Bowl.
Right.
But I just want to bust a take bubble before people start going crazy. Like, oh, the Eagles, the Eagles just beating a whole bunch of beat up teams. Look, with Brock Purdy going down, they killed him. But I'm not willing to just go ahead and just throw the whole game away just because Josh Johnson got in there.
Okay.
All right, because first of all, you're on your third string quarterback as it is. You don't think that Kyle Shanahan is getting every quarterback in the room ready to play? He's on his third string. He's getting every quarterback prepared to play because he knows what he's dealing with. I'm dealing with injuries every year. I mean, when's the last time he's had one quarterback play through a whole season? It's been a minute. Because even last year, Jimmy G got hurt and Trey Lance went in. And then Trey Lance got hurt backing up for Jimmy. So
Jimmy G is a curse.
Yeah, he's a curse. But what I'm saying is that Josh Johnson, who's been in the league for
was scared.
Nah, I don't
think he was. I think he wasn't as prepared as he should have been. He probably overwhelmed. Yeah.
But what I'm saying,
he's gonna play.
Yeah, but at the same time, did you start seeing Josh Johnson kind of slowly start getting to the rhythm of the game, and then he got knocked out, got concussed. So what I'm saying is that Kyle Shanahan
changed that to Tuwood.
Yeah,
that's the gonna be new. He got Tuwood.
Okay, so before he got to it, he was starting to kind of percolate in the ball a little bit. So
yeah.
What I'm saying is that Kyle Shanahan and his system is smart enough to adjust to what he's been working with because he's used to formulating a plan on what quarterback he has working with him. And if you look at Josh Johnson, Brock Purdy, and Jimmy G, they're all kind of similar play styles. So it's not like he's going to be changing a lot.
Right.
So my thing is that I had Josh Johnson not got knocked out, I'm not saying the 49ers would have won, but I think it would have been a more competitive game because at some point, Josh Johnson would have gotten into a rhythm because he's been in the NFL for 13 plus years. He's seen some football. He may not have consistent play time like your normal backup, but he's a standard NFL backup. A person that comes in and spells, comes in that gets you a game or two, not play a whole season.
Right.
This is the point of the season where, hey, a backup will come in and play a game or two. It's unfortunate that he got hurt because I think it gave the 49ers a better chance to compete. But the moment that he got knocked out, that's when it was totally done.
That was it.
That was it. Their chances went down dramatically when Johnson had to come in anyway, but they went down to zero the moment that Johnson got knocked out. Because now you don't have a capable quarterback. You have nothing.
He couldn't barely throw a thing on screen pad, bro.
He could do nothing. Elbow was shot, bro.
Elbow was shot. It's better off letting McCaffrey run a wildcat.
At that point,
you got nothing to lose. Because another thing is like you don't know. I mean, I can't. Well, of course, I'm playing Monday morning quarterback, but at that point, you're looking at like when you put Purdy back in there, you already know we're gonna pin the ear back into the rush because he ain't throwing the ball.
Go get his ass. Yeah, he ain't throwing it.
He ain't throwing the ball. So what I'm worried about, versus you have McCaffrey in there. You don't know McCaffrey I keep saying McCaffrey. CMC. I said that. I don't know why we messing my man. I'm messing my name up, but you don't know what he might do because he has the ability to at least throw the ball, and he has the ability to throw it. Right. So I think that was their best bet right there. Is let CMC play the Wildcat with Debo back there.
Mm-hmm.
At least you have a dual threat. Because at that point, you got nothing else better to do. Nothing else to lose. Because you already down. Hell, McCaffrey, I guess that's just your fifth string. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Johnson was your fourth.
Right.
Johnson was your fourth.
That's how I look at it, bro.
But just like you said earlier, boy, they sure could have used a Tom Brady.
They could have used that Tom Brady, boy. For real.
And that's why I've always said look out for Tom Brady going to San Francisco next year, because I mean this proves it right here. You need that consistent, solid presence at your quarterback position that's going to pair you with the weapons that you got on offense.
Right.
That's going to pair you with the Super Bowl caliber defense you got. I mean, this literally has 2020 Tampa Bay written all over this team if Tom Brady was to join them. It'd be the same situation when he walks in to a literally a Super Bowl contending team.
Oh yeah.
I mean, back-to-back NFC championship games. 3 of the last 4 years they've been in NFC championship games, 1 Super Bowl appearance. So this team is in Super Bowl window right now. And you need to find something consistent at quarterback. Trey Lance, he got hurt last year, missed a couple of games. Got hurt majority of this season as a starter for his first year.
Right.
All right. Obviously, Jimmy G, you probably move on for him.
Oh, most definitely.
Brock Purdy, it was a cute story for the last 7 weeks. But, hey, why don't you come learn? Hey,
Brock
Trey
Purdy
Lance.
might get some money though, man. Somebody may pay him some money to come play for him.
Make a trade because he's a rookie. I mean, he I don't know his contract status, but I know he's a 7th round, so it's probably a 1-year contract anyway.
Yeah, whatever I'm saying.
But if I'm San Francisco, obviously you look at the capital you gave up to go get Trey Lance. You get him in the 3rd overall pick. Just go in and get Tom Brady. And you got 2 options after Tom Brady that can play for you because they've been in that. But more than likely, Tom doesn't miss games. That's what you need at the quarterback position in San Francisco. A person that's not going to miss football games.
Right.
And that's what Tom brings. Now, Tom, not only does he bring consistency as in being available and being there, he just happens to be the most winning quarterback in history of NFL with 7 Super Bowl titles.
And he has a chance to make history. He will win a Super Bowl with 3 different teams.
Yeah. So his championship pedigree speaks for itself. I mean, that's a no-brainer. I think we're all aware as sports fans of the winning ways of Tom Brady. So if I'm San Francisco, boy, not only would I entertain it, I'm in full pursuit of it. Because my thing is, if Tom Brady's there yesterday with that offensive line, with that type of weaponry that he has with Christian McCaffrey, I.U., Debo, George Kittle. Oh, not to mention we got a good defense too. That's a different football game yesterday.
Hey, Mitchell ain't no slouch.
Yeah, but he didn't play. And I once I found out that Elijah Mitchell wasn't playing, I was like, that makes a little bit of a difference because he's more your pound bruiser running back. He's more your finesse running back.
Right. So I'm just saying in general. You're talking about naming players. I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But I'm just going based off of what was on the field yesterday.
Okay.
So Tom Brady at quarterback right there would have made those adjustments. Be like, hey, I need you to be blocking Hassan Reddick or coming off the edge. Go get Kittle.
I knew that comment was coming. Hey, whatever it takes to win, man. Whatever it takes to win.
If there's any team that shouldn't give a damn about Tom Brady, it should be Giants fans because y'all got the number on him. Y'all got the. I mean, I don't know what the. Y'all can easily say that. Oh, you should have 9, but thanks to Eli, you don't.
Right.
So right. I mean, y'all kind of own him in the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't know. It's just I'm just looking at the scheme of how Tom Brady would have been able to make those adjustments because Hassan Reddick had a playoff career game yesterday.
Yes, he did.
So I don't know who decided to let just George Kittle try to block a defensive end all day.
Not just George Kittle, who put another tight end on too. Who decided to put a tight end on? Period.
It didn't matter.
Maybe chip him, but but having somebody pull around.
One-on-one with him.
Yeah, I'm saying they should. I can see maybe chipping them to slow them up, and then have somebody come around or something.
Yeah, I know. I said it. I said it for you.
But the one-on-one with Reddick. Here's my thing. You come in the game. Okay, you try it don't work. You make that adjustment. We made that adjustment quick. You know what I'm saying? We're not about to let this happen again. You gonna keep letting them go one with tight end?
Yeah, and that confused me because I would give Kyle Shanahan the benefit of the doubt that he's smarter than that. So I don't know exactly what he was doing, what he's thinking. But I will say this. Philly's defensive coordinator was smart because he did not sit him on Trent Williams' side. Let's be honest about that. Like, go look at the game. Hassan Reddick got off on the opposite side of Trent Williams.
Right.
Let's be 100% and real about that situation.
He wasn't having that. He said he wasn't having at the end of the game, boy.
Oh no. Trent Williams is a monster, dog. In my opinion, easily the best left tackle in the game. Chiefs tried to get him. I would have loved that they had Trent Williams blocking in front of Patrick Mahomes because he brings that nastiness to him.
And Ndamukong Suh with that. Oh, he said it ain't crazy.
And Ndamukong Suh got his face, but he was coming. But it was more. It's probably more like Ndamukong Suh was more like, "Hey man, you ain't have to do my teammate like that, man. I'm just gonna act like I'm talking shit to you, but I really don't want that."
He like that nigga crazy. I'm good. I'm too old for this. This ain't the young Sue. It's the old Sue.
Oh yeah. So
he did have a good game.
Oh yeah. We come on. Like I'm not trying to throw shade on Hassan Reddick because he had a hell of a playoff game yesterday.
He did. He had a good game. I mean, the defense as a whole played a pretty good game.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is do that against Trent Williams, and then I will give you all the praise in the damn world. Like if you beat Trent Williams and you getting all them sacks like that, I will give you all the praise in the world because man, that's not an easy shit to do to beat Trent Williams and cause havoc on the defensive side, sacking the quarterback. Right. So, but I saw Ant's comment, and that was one of the things I was looking for was for the 49ers to get that run game going. Mm-hmm. You want some of this too old man? No. No smoke. But no, the 49ers, if they could have had a healthy quarterback, and honestly, that's all they needed.
Mm-hmm.
Just a healthy quarterback. I mean, and Brock Purdy, unfortunately, had to go back in, and obviously his elbow was
Shot
to shit. I mean, I'd have tried to throw it with my left arm or something. I'd see how ambidextrous I am. I don't know.
He put a noodle out there. That mother was like noodle.
Oh, if anything, just rugby throw that, toss that bitch.
Oh. Been pitching that mug or something.
For real. Look, we better figure this shit out, dog.
We gotta start punting. My left foot up in here.
But I think the chances definitely went down to 0-1. Johnson got to once he got to it, that was it.
Because you look at I'm gonna say this though. When I look at the beginning of the game, they looked pretty evenly matched. The defense was
they did
back and forth. Hurst was kind of like slowly, he wasn't getting a lot of his runs in. They was playing Hurts pretty good, but allowed him to get off running.
Mm-hmm.
It looked pretty good, and it seemed like once Josh Johnson got out, like the momentum of the Eagles started going in their favor, and it's just like now Hurts is running. Like that one score when he ran most of that. They marched on the field. He ran, called his own number, kept running, and methodically moved down the field.
Shit,
and I think
was
that the one when Boston scored? I think defense was tired. They were tired by then.
Said we tired, Boston.
Yeah, because we back on the field quick again.
We had nearly 2 minutes to rest.
I think if Purdy wouldn't have got hurt, or like you said, Josh Johnson, it would have been a better game. Purdy would have got hurt, I think it would have been a closer game. Because he still was playing smart. Up until Riddick hit him, he was playing pretty smart. He have a throw, he threw the ball away. So I think, in a way, McCaffrey was kind of slowly getting his rhythm. They'd have broke another one, because he had scored one. They probably broke another one, scored again. So I think, like you said, once he got hurt, that was just it.
Oh yeah,
it just kind of broke the momentum of San Francisco.
Yeah, not only that, how the hell you gonna move the ball?
Right.
It makes you so one-sided for sure. And I agree with you, Matt. I mean, looking at the stats, I mean, they really didn't blow it out of the water. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they own time of possession because they have a quarterback in the 49ers didn't. So, that's fair enough to say. Obviously, the 49ers probably aren't as penalized as they were in this game. Had 11 penalties for 81 yards.
Right.
So you definitely want to fix that. But passing-wise, it's not like Jalen Hurts went off. Just 269 yards to 164. So it's not a blowout. It's just that really was able to control the ball because they were able to run the ball because there's a tired defense because they have no offense.
Right.
And so that's the benefit of having a Super Bowl caliber defense. If San Francisco doesn't have that defense, not only is it more than 31-7, man, the yardage is on
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So you look if I'm a 49ers fan, I'm looking like, hey, well, y'all go out and go get me a consistent quarterback, just a consistent guy that I know is going to be there. That's it. That's pretty much all you need.
And Bosa got hurt.
Yeah. For some reason, the 49ers looked like they were breaking down at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
Hurt everywhere. It hurt throughout the whole team. It didn't really.
But Bosa's injury is kind of like one of those freak things. He on the sideline, he got hurt.
It was. Oh yeah, and then it didn't even go away through the process of the game because he hit the ground a couple of times. Because I'm like, damn, Bosa on the ground again. Hey, my second time I was like, man, when y'all sit that motherfucker down, man, like I'm not tired of him talking about Bosa hurt again and down on the ground again. Pick this motherfucker up and sit him down on the bench. Sit him down. Like, damn, he already got taken out on the sideline. Now he on the ground twice in the field. Man, sit this motherfucker down, man. Call it what it is.
Right.
Talk it up the game and just deal with it, man. It's a wrap. Like, fuck going on, man. I like, damn. Well, these motherfuckers dropping like flies. Hey, but you know what? This is crazy. Really think about it. In the last 5-6 years, 49ers have been one of the most injury-prone teams.
They have. Ever since they got Jimmy Garoppolo.
And it's weird that they're still one of the best teams in the NFC for sure. One of the best teams in the NFC, and that's amongst all these injuries that they deal with year in and year out. It's to me, it's a football miracle, man. I don't know how you do it.
It's just a testament to the system and the coach.
That's true.
That's all. That's all that is. Testament to the system and the coach.
I give you that. That's a good that's a good point. It shows you how good Kyle Shanahan and his coaching staff is doing. You know, and see, because look at his coaching tree. Robert Saleh goes to the Jets.
Right.
D'Amico Ryans is probably next. That's going to leave the tree.
Yeah. Going back to Ant's comment, I meant to comment on that. I forgot, but
go ahead.
He was asking should Ryan leave. I think he should, but not go to Houston. Just wait for another opportunity. That Houston job it's a trap.
Hey, that complexion.
It's a honey trap.
That complexion
right.
is 1 year.
1 year. That's it. Hey, we can fill the Rooney room, right? All right, go ahead and get rid of him.
Yeah, fill the Rooney room. Yeah, go get him.
Yeah, man. I mean, plus, not only just that though, it's that they need so much, man, and it's got so much disorganization, dysfunction. It's a lot going on there, man.
It's dysfunction part that I would stay away from.
Yeah, it's a lot going on there, and if they're not gonna give you a time to build, because you're gonna need time. You're gonna need time to build. You got a few pieces, but you don't have a lot.
Man,
last year's drive was good.
Here's the crazy part. So I agree with you. They had a good draft last year. Now here's the things about the Texans. You look at the cap room they're gonna get, the cap space they got. Look at the draft capital they got. It actually has the recipe for a quick turnaround. It really does. Oh yeah. The only problem is, just like you said, that dysfunction and that whole atmosphere and everything on how the team is ran is what really turns your stomach on going to that place, because you're like, damn, man, this place got some potential. But damn it, it's the ownership, how they run it, it's the atmosphere that they got, and it's such a drawback. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the Commanders got a solid team that could possibly get you to a wild card round.
The who?
The Commanders.
What are we talking about then? Oh, you talking about okay. That's what you're saying. Okay.
What I'm saying, the Commanders.
Yeah, I was saying. Yeah.
You can get to the wild card round with the Commanders.
Yeah. And I'll still have my mind on Houston. Yeah, you're right.
But I got to deal with Dan Snyder and that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's almost the same situation where you got a potential to be a playoff team, but you got to deal with the
okay, man.
You know, some other shit that's beyond the football field.
Right.
That creates a cloudy
that distraction and all that stuff. Yeah.
Destruction and all that shit. You got to deal with that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. I don't want to touch that shit.
Oh no.
He said introduce them to the
He has a defensive mind like Smith and do what change. I mean, I don't disagree with you, Ant. I mean, I'm just saying, in the general sense of him going there, it's just too much going on there. If he was defense offensive minded, that don't even matter to me. It's just like what's going on there, and if they're not giving you the time frame to improve, why would I want to go there? That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Because at least if they gave you time frame to improve, you could have a top-notch defense at the very least. If you're a defensive mind coach, you can put together a great defense. So either they fire you in 3-4 years, Houston's on a better end once you're gone because you build them a great defense. But if they're only gonna give you a year, there's nothing you can do. You don't get time for that defense to gel together. You don't get time for that defense to do anything. Not in a year. You're gonna have mostly rookies playing because you're gonna build it through the draft. Maybe get 1 or 2 veterans. They're not gelling together. They might gel towards the end, but not enough to really solidify good defense. He said work for Watson. That's my thing with that. Work for Watson, give him 230 a guarantee.
Oh man, that's wild. He said it worked for Watson, got him 230 million guarantee. I mean, yeah, and a whole bunch of other off the field shit he had to deal with to get up out of it too. As you see that the franchise got they ain't had that much scrutiny as compared to Deshaun in that situation. But Anthony, wow, I am not paying attention to Anthony. That's something wrong with you, man. Yo, you got some serious problems, Anthony, bro. We need to get right with you, bro. But overall, AFC Championship game, man, it just sucks that 49ers had to deal with the injury situation because I thought that was going to be one damn good game, and it had the recipe for it, and it was just unfortunate that the 49ers were not at full strength. But here's what gives me hope for the Super Bowl, as obviously being a fan of the Chiefs, because I talked about it. It's not like the 49ers defense let the Eagles offense go buck wild. So the fact that they didn't go buck wild and they were, pretty much handicapped on the offensive side, that gives me some optimism, obviously going into 2 weeks. But man, speaking of the other squad, let's move on to the AFC Championship game, and I'll let you go ahead and stab at it, man. I think the game lived up to the hype, man.
It was a great game, man. Especially, like I said, games like this is good when you have a dog in the fight. When you have a dog in the fight, it's one of those nail biters. It's like, oh man, come on. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, my anxiety fucked up yesterday. So
you know what I'm saying? Because you were like, oh, they didn't score. Oh, here we go. You know what I'm saying? But for someone who's just on the outside looking in, just enjoying a great game, it's a great game. I mean, I think Kansas City defense came to play. And this kind of speaks to what we've been talking about. They need to get Burrow some protection. For real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was able to, work his magic last year, despite getting sacked so many times, and get to the Super Bowl, but that fumble is not going to work all the time. They need to get this man some protection. They put him on his back, 4 or 5 times in that game and got pressure more than that. So that right there is one of the things they need to do. I think that led to him throwing that last pick, because you get kind of happy feet and everything when you getting put on your back all the time or getting pressure all the time. I'm trying to help you rid of the ball. You see just a little opening, you trying to squeeze it in there. Versus if you knew you had protection, you take your time, let your receiver get a little more separation, let that ball go. If you'd have waited a second or two more, this receiver possibly would have got separation through that last pick.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Man, that's crazy you say that because this game actually reminded me of like an NBA game. And what I mean by that is
was LeBron crying?
Well, twice a month, but it reminds me of an NBA game as in this aspect. So in an NBA game, you see one team go on a run and start the game, and then you see the other team come back, and then it's a run game. Who got the run? They going back and forth, back. And literally, that's all pretty much what I saw yesterday is Chiefs go out on the run, and this is not me being a Chiefs fan, so I'm being an analyst right here. Chiefs left some points on the board.
Yeah, that's true.
Kadarius Toney got to make that catch. Yes. That was a perfect throw that Mahomes threw to him, and he threw it where only Kadarius Toney can catch it, and only can catch that ball, and And in the NFL, that's the perfect football throw.
Yeah.
Only your receiver can get it, or nobody else gets it. So he got his hands on it and wasn't able to corral it in, but that's a touchdown taken off the board.
Mm-hmm.
We had to settle for a field goal. The next possession, they get a Pacheco gets the running touchdown. That gets taken off the board for a holding.
Right.
And then they settle for another field goal. So in all actuality, going into the half, the Chiefs should have been up about 21-3. Chiefs should have been up 21-3 and should have been not even close to what the score was, 13-6 going into the half. So the Chiefs really kind of let the Bengals kind of let the door open for them in the first half. And look, the Chiefs should have easily been up by like 8 points going into time. The most should have been like 21-6. So at least 15 points would have been up going into the halftime. Coming out with the football. Man, I mean, what can you say? Chiefs defense was on it. I think they took that Burrowhead shit very personal. They took all the trash talk very personal. And I mean, obviously, y'all saw the interviews after the game. Kelsey and Mahomes took it personal too. But the defense definitely took it personal because, you know, the last 3 games that they played them, they really weren't, or definitely the last 2 games, they only got 1 sack apiece. 1 sack last year in the AFC Championship, and only 1 sack back in December for week 14 or 15, whatever that week was, when they was in Cincinnati. Only got 1 sack again. And so you go into this game, and the Bengals are down 3 starters on their offensive line. So if you don't take advantage of this, then you damn sure not winning this game. The front four needed to. It was a must, you know. When we did the AFC Championship preview game last Thursday, it's a must. I mean, y'all saw Tanner and Lance said it was a must that you got to get Joe pressure. They emphasized on it, and pressure was crazy in the game. 5, they got 4 in the first quarter, and so, but you know, give the big credit. They give justice was. Is that they're probably one of the best adjusting type of teams in the NFL that I've seen in quite a few while. Zach Taylor and Lou Amaramo, the defensive coordinator, for some reason they're probably one of the best coaching staffs right now to make adjustments. I've never seen a team that literally was getting their heads kicked in that first quarter, and they managed to go into halftime in the game when they should have been getting blown out. Then they made certain protection adjustments, and then you saw they weren't getting the sacks like that through second, third, and majority of the fourth quarter. They weren't getting sacks like they were in the first quarter. So I definitely give the Bengals credit on that. Now here's where I question the Bengals strategy. Here's where I question it. I know Patrick Mahomes is good against the blitz, but that's when it's 100% healthy Patrick Mahomes. We knew that he was coming in with the high ankle sprain. He gutted it out, but he was still hurt. He was still hobbled. And I saw what Rex Ryan said today earlier, and sometimes I think Rex Ryan is crazy as hell, but I can't blame him for this one. Why aren't you sitting in the house at Patrick Mahomes? Blitz the shit out of a ankle injury guy. He's hobbled. He's hurt.
Yeah, but I watched him play, man. He was moving in that pocket. That last play, except the field goal, he ran. But he ran like he was almost 100%. I mean, you can tell he wasn't, but I'm saying.
Yeah, but that was pure adrenaline, bro. That was pure cutting it out.
But I was saying, but throughout that game, he was moving in that pocket, man. He was throwing off that ankle. So you blitz him. Who's to say he wouldn't did just enough just to kind of make the plays need to make.
Take that.
I'll say this too. I'll say this too.
This is on the line. It's Super Bowl on the line. You take that risk because this guy has an ankle injury, a high ankle injury. I'm gonna test your mobility, bro. I'm gonna test it all game. I'm gonna see if you can really move. Because I'm sitting in the house.
See what you can do.
for real. Hey, bruh. When you see what happens, bruh. So let me ask you this.
What hurt?
So let me ask you this: you in a fight, you in a fist fight with a dude, all right? You done dotted his right eye.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna attack his left eye?
No, I'm gonna hit that right till you get
exactly. That's my point. He has a weakness in a thing that gives you an advantage. I'm gonna keep attacking it. I'm gonna keep attacking it, and I'm gonna keep attacking it until I see that he's going to make an adjustment off of it and try to stop me. But until then, I'm gonna keep attacking it. I'm gonna keep attacking it. I don't understand how the Bengals, and hell, for that matter, the Jaguars last week didn't attack.
I don't disagree with that take, man.
Attack it. You gotta attack. I just don't understand like why you don't take advantage of a guy who's hobbled.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not okay. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just giving us another counterpoint to that. But I'm gonna say this though. This was a game that you saw the stars shine.
Said Patrick wasn't hurt.
And you didn't think Pacheco was a star before? You know he a star now. You know Kelsey shine. Higgins shine.
Back was acting.
Yeah,
man, Kelsey was a game time decision because I when I saw him jump on the injury report Friday night, I'm like, where did this come from? And then they said one of the last few plays in practice, he tweaked his back, and I'm like, damn, the hell. Hey boy, Kadarius Toney, wide receiver, went down. McCole Hardman just came back from a pelvic injury. He goes down. Juju went down. I mean, Chiefs were getting injuries throughout the whole
Valdez shine time.
Oh, Valdez Scantling balled out, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, other side, Chase was showing why he the man.
That guy,
Hey man, Higgins.
Higgins, bro. They mossed a couple of them defensive backs, bro.
Right. So
it was just straight up better than what they could have had. Yeah, you right. Burrow had my ass. Yeah, put that up there. Damn right. Burrow had my ass. What's up, Ryan? But I mean, the Chiefs did what they needed to do. But overall, this is their fourth time that they played, and every game is a field goal game. So I wasn't surprised that it was close. I wasn't surprised that it was back and forth because that's what they've done the last time.
That's what you want, though, man. I mean, as a fan, that's what you want. Man, as my team, I want to blow the fuck out. Go ahead.
Oh no! Trust me. As a fan of the Chiefs, every time we see the Bengals, my stress level is.
I want you to curb stomp them. You know what I'm saying? As a fan.
A fan, especially yesterday, I wanted them to curb stomp them because they was talking so much shit. Their mayor was talking shit. People in the fan base shit, like beat the dog piss out of them. I wanted that, but
yeah, you're right, Ryan.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
With the way that the Bengals took care of the Bills, and it was supposed to be the three-headed monster race in the AFC between the Bills, Chiefs, and Bengals, would it be fair to say that it's really just a two-headed race between the Chiefs and the Bengals?
It's looking that way because I think the Bills was very. They got to say they had a disappointing season. Mm-hmm. You got to say.
I got my own remedy. Dog.
What up, Mel?
Shout out to man now.
Yeah, man. You gotta say that first and foremost, this was a disappointing season for the Bills. Mm-hmm. You know, period. It's nothing outside of at least making it in the AFC Championship. Nothing outside of that should be even an excuse. Second of all, I think that the way the Chiefs and the Bengals played was far superior than the Bills. Far superior. You know, I mean, shoot, look how the Bengals handled the Bills with ease on their home court in the snow where that's supposed to be their advantage. The snow's supposed to be like that 6 man for them. and they handle them easily in the snow at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say it's a two-headed monster right now.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear that opinion from somebody who don't have a dog in the race. Obviously, I got a dog in the race, and so I'm look. I think the way that especially in playoffs, and I'm not, and I'm specifying for that reason because 2 years in a row, the Bills couldn't get past the Chiefs. Now this year, the Bills can get past the Bengals. So
that's what you want, though. That's what you want. Question: if Pat Mahomes wins another wins a ring in 2 weeks, will he be the top 5 greatest quarterback in history? I don't know about top 5s. So you look at Montana won 4, right? So we going by wins. Montana won 4. Bradshaw won 4.
Nah, take Bradshaw.
I'm just saying, but if you're going by wins, like you just going by skill.
4 wins. You're going by wins because
he said if he wins another one,
based off of super.
That's going to be wins to me. You know what I'm saying? If you talking about skill,
I got you.
You talking about just straight up skill. You know what I'm saying? I could put him in there, but still you got Marino that you know he ain't winning. Yeah, Manning in there because you look at Manning was a straight up cerebral quarterback. You could tell he knew X and O's. You could tell he knew the game. You know, so you talking about? I think he's a better skilled quarterback than Brady. Brady just have more wins,
championships.
Yeah, more championships. Yeah. So to me, if you look at it just from this, what he's saying, you're talking about wins. I don't think he's in the top 5 because a lot more quarterbacks that won more Super Bowls than him.
Yeah.
You know, when you talking about skill, it's an argument for it. At least top 10.
You had that argument.
Top 10. You had an argument at least top 10. 5, I don't know. Top 10, yes, for sure.
For sure, because I like what Ryan's talking about because we gotta be honest about what Patrick Mahomes is really doing. All right, he's went to 5 straight AFC Championship games. Do you know that was his literally ever since he's been a starting quarterback in the NFL?
That's true.
He's been in the AFC Championship game. So all 5 years, Super Bowl MVP, regular season MVP, about to win his second regular season MVP. So this is one thing about Patrick Mahomes that I think what irritates a lot of Chiefs fans when you start throwing Joe Burrow and Josh Allen and all these other quarterbacks.
Take Allen out of that. But if you just hold on, first of all, take Allen out of it. If you look at Burrow and Mahomes and you put them in that talk, if you talking about just straight skill wise, there's a conversation for that. Skill wise. Win wise, you got to give the edge to Mahomes because he's won one. He's getting ready to have a chance to win another one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I see because you're backing up my point. I'm saying you're taking Mahomes, who has the skills, and he's matching it up with the accomplishments.
Okay.
So what he's done in his first 5 years, skill wise and accomplishment wise, I mean, you don't see that. You're not seeing this
all times on surface. The start debate. His resume is not top 10 yet. You have to combine it with 2. Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead, take it. Go ahead.
I don't disagree with that, Mel. You know what I'm saying? But his career is it's in its infancy. It's just starting, really. You know what I'm saying? So you're already gonna have that conversation started based on what he has done already. So yeah, I don't disagree with you saying but is it easy for the first observation or first glance you're gonna start talking about top 10? You know what I'm saying? But the ones you're gonna add to that conversation have a full career for you to look at.
He's only got
his
5
career
years.
his career having started, so you still have to give him a nod in that conversation. Whether or not he ends up in that top 10 or not, he still is in the conversation because of what he accomplished in his infancy. That's all I'm saying.
He's literally on pace to literally shatter a shit ton of passing records and literally what he's done for his first 5 years and what he's projected to do. Now, obviously, projections don't mean a damn
Yeah,
thing, but
man.
guess what? He got to stay healthy and he's got to play. He actually
Right.
got to perform. So I'm
Mhm.
not one of those people that's gonna be like, oh well, he's projected to do this. I don't give a damn about projections. I want to know what you did. What can you actually measure with stats on what you did and what he's done so far in the 5 years? You haven't seen a career start off like that, and that's not me being biased. That's just the fact of the matter is, name a quarterback in the first 5 years as a starter has been to 5 championship games, been to 3 Super Bowls, won 1 Super Bowl MVP, 2 regular season MVPs, and a shit ton of passing yards and a shit ton of passing TDs. And his touchdown to interception ratio is godly.
Like, going back to what we were talking about though, Burrow, it's on his 3rd year, technically.
Oh no.
Well, second year if you want to count, because that first year he didn't even play.
Yeah, well, he got hurt. Yeah, for the majority of the season. And I'm actually on Burrow. I look. I think there's no confusion of me, you, and anybody in this chat room or podcast session that would ever disagree that right now it's Burrow and Mahomes as the best quarterbacks in the NFL. All right, am I fair to say that?
Yeah.
That Burrow and Mahomes best quarterbacks right now.
Josh Allen hasn't earned. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Okay, yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Okay, see, because Mel's pretty much saying the point that I've been wanting to say for most points is, I can only if you're saying right now, I would only measure up Burrow with Mahomes as in accomplishments, as in team success, and you know that he has ability to take over a game. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think Mel too is kind of actually talking about how people's putting Josh Allen in that convo, and he doesn't deserve to be there.
Oh, and he gets no disagreement from me, but because y'all saw when we did the preseason shows when we were trying to preview on how project what teams would do, what players. Look, I said Buffalo Bills probably come out the AFC, be in the Super Bowl, and Josh Allen wins MVP. Obviously, I was wrong, but
you gotta look at this though. Go ahead.
I was looking at the progression that Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills were taking year by year, and you're like, all right, they're getting closer. But I did not take into account the fact that they kept getting closer. The addition of Von Miller, but I didn't take into account the subtraction of Brian Daboll and how offensively minded of Daboll leaving Josh Allen and how that would affect him, because Brian Daboll was very integral into the progression of Josh Allen. So now that voice is no longer there, and it's no coincidence that mind has gotten Danny Dimes looking better this year. So no coincidence.
I'm gonna say this too to add to what you're saying, and I do agree with what you're saying.
Yeah,
I think too, if you look at that first year, everybody's like, "Ooh, Josh Allen looking like garbage."
Project. He's looking like a project,
right? And then the second year, he kind of
progressed.
He's like, okay. So then going into this year now, you kind of like, oh man, Buffalo look like the favorite. They got Von Miller. Look what Josh Allen did last year. It was like 13 seconds away from beating the Chiefs. They look good. Not like he regressed, and then you got the subtraction of Daboll. Now I'll ask this: if you are Buffalo, what do? You gotta get somebody in there, because you already see that without him having somebody there, that's good as a coordinator, he is not going to produce. And on top of that, I'm wondering if Daboll not only was his play call and everything, but he kind of like pulled his reins a little bit, because you look at how he played this year.
And Dorsey got to really shit in.
Right. Yeah. I think this year he tried to be more like Superman. I'm trying to make a play every single time I get the ball. I'm making a play. Where he probably was always like that, but Daboll's kind of, hey man, pull it in. You got to make a play all the time. Throw the ball away. Kind of like because there's more to just calling plays when you are a good coordinator. You know what I'm saying? You gotta manage his ego, you gotta manage his personality, and you gotta put plays in that fits his skill set. That's a lot of things that goes on.
Or so play call the rhythm of the game.
Yeah, that too. So you can be an excellent play caller, but a crap with dealing with personality and managing ego.
True.
You know, and that still is not equal out to a good coordinator. True. So my thing is that they need to find somebody that can do all that, because that's what it seems to me. I mean, not me being behind the scenes, but it seems to me like he was trying to make a play every time he got the ball, and that's why he threw picks, and that's why he was, fumbling and doing all that stuff, because I got to make this play. I got to be Superman. Where, throw the ball away. You got another 4 downs next time. Let your defense.
Here's another aspect too that I think maybe I'm reaching, maybe I am, but there's a certain level of pressure that I think the Bills haven't had to deal with.
Yeah, that could be a part of it too.
This year. And we can't forget that DeMar Hamlin situation was some heavy shit to deal with, and not just the fact that situation happened with your teammate, but the media shit that came after it. That was a whole bunch of other shit that you had to do. I mean, that shit happened in what? Was it
December? It was December, wasn't it?
Was it December?
Yeah.
Or something like
that. It was December.
Happened in late December, but ever since then, it carried on. Yeah, so it was week 17. So it carried on through the rest of the regular season. It carried on that energy and the media shit you had to deal with pretty much through the wild card round. You had to deal with it in the divisional round when he's in the stadium against the Bengals, the team that it happened against, and you're at home. Which, by the way, that should have been a neutral site game, if anything. That not the AFC Championship game, but that's another conversation.
That's another conversation.
But I mean, that wasn't, especially the last month. That was not a normalcy type of situations you were dealing with as Buffalo. I think they handled it the best that they could, but man, that still doesn't absolve from the fact that how Josh Allen was playing for the majority of the season. That was his plan. They should have lost against Miami. I don't care what nobody say. They got lucky. They got lucky that two.
A lot of games they should have lost. They should have lost against Miami. They should have lost against Detroit. They should have lost against who else? They came close to losing to. They was going to lose that Cincinnati game, the first one anyway.
They was going to get it.
You know what I'm saying? Cincinnati was giving it to them.
Cincinnati with the dog walked the boys.
For real.
They was about to dog the boys. So that's why when that divisional game happened, I was like, oh, this is just a continuation of what was going to happen, because they had full control of that game, and then it manifested itself in that divisional game. 27-10, the final score was. Yeah, they dog walked it. They was going to dog walk that one A2.
And I'm glad too, because it's a better game with Cincinnati and Kansas City than Buffalo and Kansas City.
That's a new rivalry, man. That's the new rivalry. Or at least that's the matchup that people are going to be looking forward to in the AFC playoffs when they come around. Oh yeah. Because you got two quarterbacks that's going to keep their team in the conversation year in and year out. I'm confident in both, in Mahomes and in Burrow, that they're going to be consistent participants.
Quick question before we get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Next year, Burrow goes through Kansas City, beats Kansas City, goes Super Bowl, win a Super Bowl. How's that? Does that change the conversation of Burrow's resume and whether or not he's in that top 5, top 3, everyone say, as far as quarterbacks? Does he remain the same?
It puts Burrow in the conversation, and this, if you really look at it, this is literally a what should I say? This is literally probably like the 2023 new millennium version of Brady and Manning.
Okay.
And that's why I say, like, I'm confident that we are going to see these two teams on a regular basis battle each other. Hey, Mama Pat, how you doing? Battle each other year in and year out to be the supreme team in the AFC. This is just y'all folks get used to it.
Right, right.
It's going to be Brady. I'm sorry. This is going to be Mahomes, Burrow, our version, this generation's version of Brady, Mahomes, Manning.
Right.
I mean, two great quarterbacks. Obviously, you see what you got. And you know, Zach Taylor's actually not a bad play caller. He's actually a good coach. Make good adjustments. Read his resume speaks for himself.
Right.
You got two loyal franchises that got two loyal fan bases, and they kind of mirror each other because you know, the Bengals had their chances in the 80s to get a couple of rings. Unfortunately, he ran up against the juggernaut in the 49ers. But you've had glimpses of success, and then you had some glimpses of some doom, gloom, down years. Chiefs been in this situation. And look, these last 5 years have been great for Chiefs fans, but as a Chiefs fan, I'll tell you the truth, this shit ain't been our norm. This ain't been our norm. These last 5 years is a new norm. Before that, we've had some gloom, doom years too. So it's
been a couple years I was rooting for you guys, like you know, the Montana years, and
the Montana years when we had him in Marcus Allen,
Priest Holmes years,
Priest Holmes and Dick Vermeil, and we had Trent
Nigerian Nightmare,
Christian Okoye back in the late 80s, early 90s, Neil Smith and Derek Thomas. Trust me, we've had players, we've had great moments,
right?
But what's been going on with Andy Reid and Mahomes the last 5 years? We have never had that. This is not only has it been a culture change with Mahomes and Reid, but the Bengals got the same situation with Zach Taylor and Burrow. That's a complete overhaul, franchise culture changing situation, because that team feeds off of Burrow. They have his identity. All right.
Barry Ward.
Look, Joe Burrow has the confidence and the skill set that he's going to put this team in contention every year. Now it's up to the franchise to make sure that they keep improving the squad around him, because you got the quarterback set.
Yeah. I mean, you got the weapons. You get your offensive line, a few more pieces on defense, and get rid of the Trayvon Diggs of the AFC. Y'all be smooth.
Eli Apple, Mr. Cancun.
Mr. Cancun. That's all he is. Trayvon Diggs of the AFC, boy.
Hey, but get used to it, y'all. You're going to see Burrow and Mahomes battle for AFC contention for a while. And the only way that Josh Allen gets back in that conversation, because now I think he's totally out of it, until he gets back, he's going to have to, him and Ken Dorsey going to have to get back to the drawing board and start formulating the right game plans to not put him, make him play Superman, because it's funny that you brought up the fact that he played Superman this year, but it wasn't necessary.
What?
That's the crazy thing. It wasn't necessary for him to play Superman. It wasn't necessary because he has the weapons on offense. That's why him and Dorsey got to get back to the drawing board. And then if him and Dorsey can't get with it, then you understand you got to move on. You got to shake something up, because you're not going to keep throwing money at aging superstars like you did with Von Miller, who's in his about to be mid-30s and coming off another season-ending injury.
Man, look, man, they need to move off of Dorsey now. The time is now.
Oh, you ain't even willing to go next year with him?
No, time is now, man. you got why you got the pieces now. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and let Von Miller retire. He already got the LeBron brewing, so he might as well go ahead and retire. And just go ahead and move off of Dorsey. No, LeBron, he got the LeBron brewing. Real. He look like he's 55. Move off of Dorsey, and then get you a good offensive coordinator that can get my man back on track.
Yo, you ain't shit. Oh my gosh! But the crazy thing is, you're gonna have a couple quarterbacks might sneak up in here and try to shake some shit up.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna 100%.
We gotta see what Herbert gonna do.
Exactly. I was about to say that. See what Herbert do with Kellen Moore.
You got the Sunshine down there developing.
Sunshine, yeah. He's gonna get better. I'm completely not throwing Lamar Jackson out yet.
No.
And so I mean, there's a crop about 5 to 6 quarterbacks in the AFC that you're gonna have to definitely keep in your rear view mirror and make sure that they don't creep up on you and sneak up on you and bump you out of a AFC championship. But get used to it, y'all. You're gonna see a lot of Burrow versus Mahomes, and those games are gonna have implications to it just about every time they play. So, but y'all know what the deal is, man. Catch me, come on, chop it up with your boy tonight. I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But until then, you can catch me and the big homie D-Train Mail on Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for episode 219. Man, it's been real.
Right.
In the home of the Chiefs.
Yes, nigga.
Peace of love, y'all.